What's up, y'all? College football is approaching fast. Check out another version of the Boss and the Sauce show coming up right now. Now, TCU Horned Frogs right here. Let's take a look at the TCU Horned Frog. Coach Patterson survived his banged-up team in 2018 with the 7-6 season after his bowl win versus Cal. Now, the offense suffered the most on this one, missing the QB, O-line, and running back due to injury last year. Now, so many returned from injury this year, they're totaling 8 on offense, but the QB will still be the test for this team this year. The defense brings back 5, same as last year, but this year they have standout defensive lineman Blacklock, who will be back in action. Now, I don't care for returning injured players. They can go either way. They could either learn from their injury, come back and play harder, or they could come back from injury or basically never come back from injury and basically slowly go downhill and wrap it up. So I can't really put my money on the injured players until you can actually see which side of the spectrum are they coming back. Are they coming back for the kill to be better, or are they coming back and gonna go downhill? But that's my take on that one. Keep your money in your pocket. Watch them for 3 or 4 games before you decide what you want to do with TCU.
Yeah, TCU last year, I think they were 7-6. 4 losing record in conference though, 4-5. Gary Patterson, he's in his 19th season. 19 seasons, all right? Or actually 20. He's going in his 20th season. He's there for 20th season. He's got the longest tenure in college football outside of Kurt France of Iowa. This guy knows how to win football, and he's a heck of a coach, all right? So last year, the team, like you said, they were banged up really, really badly. A ton of injuries. The strength of the team is definitely in the defensive side of the ball. And they will have the number 1 defense in the Big 12. So we all know that defense wins your games, right? So this team will compete just on defense alone, just for that matter. And I think last year they had the number one ranked defense in conference. They were giving up they were only giving up like 23 points a game. And that conference, that's pretty damn good because I'm some high-scoring teams in the Big 12. On offense, here we go again. For the second straight year, this team will need a QB. They lost Sean Robinson, who transferred to Mizzou, and they returned. They do return on their star wide receiver, Jalen Rieger, is a junior. He's probably the best player on the offense that they have. And let's see, they do record with all-purpose yards. He leads with running back Darian Anderson. He had the longest play in TCU history last year. He reeled off a 93-yard touchdown run against Ohio State. So they do have a couple bright spots on the defense. They are on rebuild mode on the line, though. Like you said, you got to test them out to see how they're going to perform as a group. One thing known for sure, though, they do have defense and linebackers and safety. They're really solid there. So I think this team turns around and competes on the defensive level and look for improvements on the offensive line, like you say, early. And we have to see how this quarterback stability position fares out for this team. So I'm on the fence like you. I'm going to be watching real early in the season. Maybe as they start out, they open up at Pine Bluff, Arkansas. That should be a W for them. Then they get a week off. They play at Purdue, which could be an L. Then they have SMU and Kansas at home, which should be a W. So I see a 3-1 start early for this team and maybe finish off at about 8-4 or 7-5. And they're a little better record in conference. Maybe they flip the tables. Instead of going 4-5, maybe they go 5-4.
Well, the way I see it right here, as I looked in the schedule a little deeper, I noticed that they have 6 road games this year. They're at Purdue, at Iowa State, at Kansas State, at Oklahoma State, at Texas Tech, and also at Oklahoma. So, they better strap up tight and get ready for the road and all the bumps in the road right here. Now, another note to the quarterback situation right here, they have a top new quarterback Max Duggan. At first glance, the true freshman appears to be the 3rd quarterback at best, yet insiders previously raised about the advanced skill and maturity of this athlete. So, they got a couple tricks up their sleeve. If one goes down, they got a little depth to handle it. They got a fairly decent young squad right here. But I say the schedule alone may set them back a few, and I'm right there with you with 6 wins, maybe 7.
Yeah, I mean that's probably where they're going to wind up that mark there. There'll be a 500 ball club. There'll be a bowl bound team, not a big bowl, but probably like a mediocre type bowl, like middle December, early December, depending on if they get that extra W or not. So we'll see what happens. Go Frogs! Go Frogs! Go Frogs!
There it is. There you heard it right here on the Boss and the Sauce show with the Big 12 college football preview for 2019. Stay seated. We got another one coming up right now.